Hey, what's going on? We are live again from the basement. We're going to see if this is going to work or not. Not quite sure how the internet is doing here. But I am done with the SCX10iii during that little break that I had there trying to get the internet working here at my mom's house. I went ahead and finished up. One of the solders came undone. I went to my brother's house. He only had one of those like butane soldering irons. And I have one of those and I don't feel like they get hot enough. Anyway, we struggled with that. Didn't quite get the motor soldered up very well. One of them popped off. So I found this, well, this is a, it's for wood burning. So I did a really terrible job trying to do that last solder with this. It's on there. I can at least get the battery plugged in to try and start. The reason I needed it is so that I can start getting the electronics worked out. But yeah, I wasn't sure when to do this. I was going to try and do this a couple times, but everybody's going live all the time, and I was trying not to step on them with their live videos. But, you know, people are just going live every night. So I don't mean any disrespect going live and other people are. There's just no other way to do it anymore with people going live every night. So anyway, I want to show you guys this. It is looking pretty cool. I'm super stoked about it, and I hope you guys like it. It's definitely got some money put into it at this point. This is not a cheap build. I'm in like a dungeon of a basement. It's very it's very low ceilings. I'll give you guys a little tour. It's old school. This house was built in 1860 something. So, I mean, it is not a like Michigan basement. It is like a cellar. But there are fans everywhere else in the house and window AC units because the house is so old, of course. So we came down here, and that's why I'm also sweating. Usually basements are also cooler. This one also breaks that that typical thing. So the paint job, you guys can tell what that looks like. It looks like my Jeep, although this is a JL, mine is a JK. I've been a couple places while I've been here, guys. Great to see you in there. Mets I saw in there, RC Master, Thomas. What's up, guys? Jams, RCs. Hey, Jam, I did see that you had sent me a message. I'll get to you after this about that. That time should work. I've got about 2 hours Monday from like 11 to 1-ish in there, lunchtime-ish. How's it going, Bars and Tones? So it should be perfect timing, it sounds like, with you. We just have to find a place to do it. And what made me think about that is I was up at Ryder's Hobby Shop, and I forgot to ask them a good place where we might be able to run in a parking lot. I meant to do that, and I forgot. I've been to two places, Steve O'D's local place, Larry's Performance RC. And that place is awesome, you guys. Looks really good. I really want a back tire on it, Tegan Boomer. I see that because mine has a back tire on it as well. It didn't come with one. I do have the tires that came with it because these are not them. We'll talk about that. In fact, I think these tires look way more scale than the ones that come on it. The ones that come on it look like monster truck tires. Even for a big off-road Jeep, they look big. I mean, yeah. Anyway, so these look decent sized, but the real kicker, guys, is they're also what's on my truck if I go outside. I have these Mud Terrain TA BF Goodrich. So that's pretty cool. It's like a replica of mine. That's why I left these kind of silver too. They kind of look, I'm still just running stock wheels on my Jeep JK. So these kind of look like the stocks. They will be being swapped out for some black wheels eventually, bead locks. But this is a really fun build, you guys. I had a lot of fun with it. I really love what Axial did with all these. It was so easy to put them on. I was dreading it. But the final details and all that went really smoothly, I would say. These were quite a few screws, but we'll look at the body in detail. But like mine, I've got the sticker here. I've got Axial written out on mine, but I kind of got a representation to make it look like it. Got the little flag on it. I have these on both sides of my real 1-to-1. 1-to-1 there. And I got this J Concept sticker in with my body from Bari Musau, where my King Sling came in. And he sent me the original sticker package that came with it. They had that skull. And I have like a skull and crossbones on this driver's side of mine. So I tried to do some matchy when I could. I've been looking for a front bumper with a winch, but I haven't found one. Hopefully I'll be able to get something at Axialfest from one of the vendors. We'll see. But how are you guys doing tonight? For Eugene's here now. Chuck GRC, what's going on? Lyndon Kelly. RCVHX22. Dude, what's up? Who Rock 305. So yeah, this basically is meant to replicate mine. Black top, black fenders. This was a pain to mask off. It got a little bit lifted there and some paint got underneath. So yeah, got it now. Sharpie will cut mistakes. And then over here I scratched some paint off too, which is a bummer. I can mark over this as well and some of the little spots that didn't do super great, but overall for the most part it came out all right. How's it going, Primetime Reviews? Thank you. So yeah, we got the matching tires, pretty much matching paint job. If you guys haven't seen on my Instagram, I'm going to post pictures and there will be a video. Hopefully tonight I'll get it edited for you. But we went to the mounds here. See the sweat I got going on? I'm glistening. But the cool thing about being in Michigan is Verner's. This stuff has some bite to it. It's like a ginger ale from Michigan. That is childhood taste right there. And Superman ice cream. We love Superman ice cream here. So they just, in fact, my mom lives in the coolest spot in, actually in probably all of Fenton. So it's right by the downtown here. And so you can walk to all the shops, cool restaurants, things like that. And there's a new place that just came in last Tuesday called The Scoop. Doesn't it feel like creepy down here? There are like spider webs and spiders waiting to drop on my head. I'm doing this for you guys, man. Literally, like the spiders. But I'm slaving away down here. I want to show you. I want to show you guys this Jeep. I'm messing. No, but anyway, to go back to the ice cream thing, because this is what we're talking about. It's Superman ice cream. If you're from the north, you've probably seen it some places. If you're from the south, you may not have. It's pretty legit. So there's a new place called The Scoop that just went in, and awesome, really, really chic, kind of like hand scooped ice cream place in Custard. Anyway, really cool. And yeah, there are nails poking through there. If I do jump, I will feel it. Actually, believe it or not, when I was a kid, it was super creepy. It was like Home Alone creepy, where like noises and all that. But my mom recently had it kind of re-cemented, where there was the stone and all that. All the cementing was kind of cracking away and you could see outside a little bit. And so she had that all redone. Anyway, Thomas, see, you know it. Superman ice cream. It's the purple, or no, there's blue. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Red and yellow ice creams mixed. Superman, right? The blue is like a raspberry kind of thing, or blue. No, they call it something. It's Blue Moon ice cream. And then the red is raspberry and the yellow is banana. So that's the weird one. That's the oddball in there. But mixed, it's something special. It tastes completely like a fake flavor. It's blue, red, yellow. Yes, Thomas. So, which is why Superman, I don't know why my numbskull at this time of night isn't working right. Anyway, back to the SCX10. That was a little diversion about the ice cream. It is not organic, but America. Yes, so what they did with this, talk about it real quick. I've blacked the whole thing out, and you've actually blocked out most of it. You can't see. Anyway, it's like a 2-pin system. You put a little body clip through. Oh, here's one, like right here. And then the other one's a pin. So all the door handles look like that. So one side has a hole in it, and you slip over this little O-ring, put the pin through. Awesome. So how's it going, Pilot Ryan, by the way? I also had to hand paint my little dude in there. Tried to do a little me as best I could. in there. So I went to Ryder's Hobby Shop to buy some paints because I didn't think about needing them. My dad was an artist and he has paint all over the place here and paint brushes, but I needed some of that, like, it wasn't the right paint. Anyway, so we got it. Yeah, it's kind of got my hat. It's actually just, if you really look at it, it's just a bunch of squiggles of white as best I could in the logo shape. But it's hilarious if you see it. So anyway, we just did a terrible solder job with the heat gun, the wood burner. That's all I could find in my dad's little wood burning kit down here, because one of them popped, and you can see what a job it does. Look at how messy that is. Hopefully at Axialfest, I'll find somebody that has a legit soldering iron. We can get that cleaned up. If not, it'll probably work for a crawler. But what do we got in here, guys? Hobbywing Axe system here. Got all the wires tucked in, routed up underneath this fake engine here. Now, the funny thing is that the other Axe system I have is a 540 can, and this one is a 550. So that meant I had to do a little bit of Thanksgiving carving into parts of the chassis braces in here. So there's that. That was pretty awesome. Got it carved away. It was all right. It's an X-Acto knife. I always have. For as many tools as I brought you guys, I can't believe I forgot my soldering iron. But all of this went together so well, other than I was missing a bearing in here during the initial install. I don't know why I took it apart starting at the beginning side, because wouldn't you know it, the bearing I was missing was like the last step. So I took it all apart this way, and then it was the last step that I found the bearing that I had been missing. Very last one when I was buttoning it all up. Really dumb mistake. Anyway, the 2700 kV Axe motor is a 550 can. The 2200 is a 540, as well as the 1800 and 1200. All they had, though, was the 2700. I had to live with what I could get my hands on up here in Michigan, and I got that at Larry's Performance RC. Had a great chat with them there. Awesome guys. So, yeah, all of it, really goes together quite well. If you guys haven't built this, I wasn't missing any pieces like some people said they were. All mine went together well. I'm probably going to run a side pack here, even though I put in the back tray. I was kind of hit or miss or whether or not this was going to ride over here, because it's really tight with this big ESC. And you've got two servos, the little Spectrum ones in here. There's one, and underneath all this right there is the other one. And so that's doing your 2-speed. And this one is doing your dig. And those have to be still set up. That's why I needed to get this soldered up so I could get power to it. But when I rerouted the wires underneath this motor cover, I took all this back apart to route them under here. And I pulled on those wires, it popped that. Yeah, Sean's RC Adventure, if you'd have started at the end, it would have been at the other end. Sean's, that's a cheater ESC. I know, man. JMRC, nah, man, you don't need to bring it. I'll find somebody there. But at that point, this is going to be packed away, I'm sure. So, yeah. But went through all of it. It was awesome. These tires, I like them. These are the Predator Compound. They're soft. People are going to be like, oh, you're out of air. But if you really, in real life, air down on the trail, you're going to be looking like that anyway. It looks super scale. Because when we aired down today, we were looking just like that with these exact tires. Let me get to the chat here for a second. You guys are in here chatting away and I'm missing it. Pilot Ryan says he needs to hook up the 2-speed. A lot of people don't like it. I like to bash, so I did it. So, yeah. Thank you, JMRCs, for the offer. So I wish it did have like the smart ESC, but this system is pretty cool. I have it in one of my other ones. And as you sing, it kind of does cheat in a way. Some people actually don't like it because what happens is as you're pulling the throttle, it wants to keep constant speed. So if you get bound up on a rock, the ESC automatically compensates and pushes extra for you to get over it, which a lot of people don't like because you can tear stuff up because of that. But it also allows it to keep really scale and cool looking. Yeah. But I do really like how this thing looks. These fenders and all that. The way that it pieces together is quite nice. These spread. I haven't checked that out yet. I do want to try and get another bumper for the front. Like I said, coming up here soon. Reefs RC 555. I'll get this thing boosted up, the BEC in here. That's one of the reasons I got it, is on the road I can just use the Bluetooth, start dialing it in while I'm on the trail. It'll be nice when I'm trying to work on it. Underneath, you guys, portal axles, the steering links, all that went together real nice. Everything lined up first shot. Super good. This is I think the first full kit crawler I've built. So I've taken other ones apart and put them back together, but from the box, I like the way that they did the baggies. A couple things about the way they did them was confusing. I didn't like that they numbered the bags using the same number system as they used in the book. So they had like A1, A2, A3. Well, then they had A1, A2, A3 bags, but they didn't correspond necessarily to the steps A1, A2, or A3, which you would think they would because they're numbered the exact same way. So you open it, but there's like no screws, and you see you need screws. Well, all the screws are in bag A3, and then you finally realize they have nothing to do with each other. Just all of the A bags, just open them up, get ready for all of the A steps. The nice thing is they're already like off the branches, all that. You don't have to really pick around for them. It is assembled nicely in that way. I will give them that. So one thing about these is they just kind of click in, I guess. I'm worried about losing them. I don't know if that's something I need to worry about. Like I think the old ones used to thread on. They had threads in them and you'd actually kind of screw it on there. Oh, that one is threading on. I just pushed them on because it wasn't threading. Oh, I do feel it threading now. I'm an idiot. I'm glad I mentioned that. The first ones I didn't feel like were threading at all, so I don't know what happened there. Don't I look like an idiot on live? Need some cold Vernors because I am sweating. So who here has the SCX10iii? What do they think? You can see the wires sticking through here. I love this and I hate this coupling. It does not make for, with it being so tight on here, it does not give you much malleability to be able to put it where you want it and tuck it away and all that. The other thing is in here is I have the Spectrum 6100, the SR 6100 AT. This is a bad boy right here. 6 channels. Easy bind. I'm going to have my Spectrum DX5 green on that. Telemetry, all of that kind of stuff from this, which is cool. But I won't be able to read my batteries, will I? Nope. But this thing is awesome. Thomas says he got the RTR. So here's the story on that. You guys know I'm RTR Tony, right? So I went, I knew I was going to the Axialfest, and I went to my hobby shop 2 days before we left town, hoping they would have the ready to run in. And they didn't. And that's when I started that live build right before I left town, was the night after they didn't have it at the shop. The next day they sent me a picture and they had the ready to run. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I don't have time to come get it. Plus I just opened the other one, so I can't sell it to recoup my loss. So instead, I now have a very expensive kit version with very expensive electronics and all of that. So yes, Flex is good. So Javier is saying about the flex in this. He has one apparently. The flex in this is insane. The amount of flex that you get with this vehicle. Mine's kind of set up kind of like in a droop, so it's really sitting compressed, but it has lots of Lots of room to stretch as it needs to stretch. Hey, RC Voodoo, how's it going, man? So yeah, so that's how mine's set up. Lots of flex. Now the front's kind of in a droop. The weight, I guess. I guess if I get the battery back here, it will. I might put a battery here and here. Just weight that down. We'll see. How do you secure hinge pin? Mine keeps coming out. These hinge pins here on the underside? Or which hinge pins? I love the way that the body mounts because it is super clean. It's got all these hard plastic details to it. Windshield wipers, gas cap even, the lights here. That's the other thing if you get the ready to run. So I need to find a light kit somewhere. Although I hate lights, I probably won't get a light kit. Forget that. If anything, I probably would want to get a light bar to put on the top up here. Just because those look cool. And because I want to get one for my real one. And if I put them on here, then that means I have to do it on my 1-to-1. Here, yeah, check these out. Old school. NBL President's Cup. 7th place. These were down in Columbus, Ohio. Held in a hotel race over the Christmas break at school. You'd go down there, stay in the hotel. They'd bring all this dirt in. And you'd race there. That is when, so 93, like 97 is when I first saw like Jody Donnelly trying to do, for the first time ever, backflips on a BMX dirt jumping competition. He's one of the pro riders. And even though he wasn't hitting it, they kept giving him high scores because he was going for it and put him into the finals where he kind of, we did say he landed it. He kind of landed 1 foot on, the other one on the ground, and sitting on the crossbar of his bike. But anyway, yeah, that's old. I just happened to see that in the video, just tucking up over there. I hadn't noticed it yet. I literally just came down here. I could see where my brother had been. Got some older packs in here, DHK Hobby and stuff, where he had them. His little Venom box. So, some miscellaneous stuff. One of these I think we've all seen. Little Dynamite ESC, Hobby Wing looking. Your hinge pin for your race kits. Oh, I know, the hinge pins, man. Well, the way to really get the hinge pins and a different car to stay in is to take a long screw that'll go through there, fit through there, and thread it on at the end, put a bolt on. Really clamp it together. That's what we've had to do with some of them, like the V-Car Bison and all that, where that metal piece flexes or bends and it pops out all the time. Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. I don't know what I was thinking about. I was thinking like body clip when he said it. But yeah, for hinge pin, you can use like a long bolt. Try and find one that maybe doesn't have threading along the middle. And that'll stick through. That's one way to do it. But yeah, I think now that covers all the different components that I've installed for mine. Just using their servo horn, nothing special. The axles were easy to put together. They're dream easy. It's kind of weird because I don't think there's a screw even. These just kind of click on, these caps, which is pretty wild. Makes it super easy to get into your diffs and work on stuff. Or no, there's like 4 screws or something simple on the inside. That's what it was. When they came, they were on there without screws on. You had to pop them off. But it does have some screws holding on. But really easy to get in there and work on all that stuff. Which I've been seeing some people snapping theirs up here. Right in here. Snapping that. Getting it bound up and twerking that thing. Getting a little breakage going. That's a nice long piece of plastic. It's unsupported. Bars and Tone, you're thinking about making the trip up to Axialfest? You should do it, man. RC Air Marshal on these brushless crawler setups are using a censored motor or for final control. Yes, it does really matter. It does really matter unless you're using something that has a whole lot of magnets, like an outrunner motor. You guys know about those in the airfield. So Holmes Hobbies makes some outrunners that are really loud, but you can run them sensorless and be very controlled. I have one. I haven't used it yet. It was supposed to go into my rock bouncer, but the rock bouncer got, well, it got what should have gone in here, actually. I bought it for this. It was a Castle system, but I put it in the rock bouncer, but it was a crawler system. But it was censored, and that has a sensor wire. But you can do a Sidewinder 4 to the Holmes Hobby outrunner, which is called it's a little stubby one. What's it called? Somebody. Sean's RC, if he's here, he knows it. He's gonna hook me up. What's that called? I can't Google it. Revolver. RC Voodoo for the win. Sean, man. I don't know what's up, man. You're getting slow. Josh Rhodes, it is a funny looking monster truck. It actually did have monster truck-ish tires that came with it stock, the Nitto ones, but we replaced them with these mud terrain BF Goodrich Predator compounds, which are really nice and grippy. I have no idea what we're going to be doing at Axialfest. The amount of trails that they posted on the Facebook page were insane. So, yeah. Voodoo's just a quick draw. Yeah, I think you're slacking, man. You're building. I get it. I was building yesterday while people were live. I've been building actually the last couple nights while people have been live. So I was going to live build, but there was just so many people live the past couple nights, I just said forget it. I was waiting for a break in the lives. I thought maybe Sunday night. But we still have some live. And then I jumped on to do it. I saw Pilot Ryan was on, so I decided to just watch his instead and jump in and chat. So, and then it allowed me to keep building. So I got all of this stuff installed, wired up servos, the kind of final touches, put this battery tray in. I wasn't going to use it. Decided I wanted to after I saw it sitting without a battery over there. It was kind of really cocked toward these electronics side. But yeah, I'm super stoked. Hey, 11 Charlie, how's it going? Just showing off the Rubicon here. So today, we did some one-to-one stuff. And we went to a place called the Mounds in Mount Morris, Michigan. So the cool thing about the people in Michigan is that they know how to do outdoor stuff, like for real. And I'm gonna, well, yeah, let me do it this way. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the camera. I don't want to sit here and hold it. That'll do. So, they know how to do like boating, snowmobiles, sand dunes. My brother's got a sand rail out there. I was waiting for somebody to notice it in the picture I was taking of the body painting and all that. I had it set up in front of his sand rail. Nobody noticed it or mentioned it. I thought they'd be like, dude, did you get a sand rail? Nope. But nobody even noticed the paddle tire. So, yeah, they do cool stuff. And is this the Bat Cave? This is older than the Bat Cave, but there are bats here sometimes, because I remember as a kid how many times we'd be awakened by bats in the house. They'd get in. There's a church next to us, and up in their bell tower, all the bats would come out at night, which was cool because we used to throw frisbees at them because they'd dive bomb the frisbees. A Superman frisbee. Speaking of Superman, earlier we have this flexible one, and yeah, one time it dive bombed me instead, though. That wasn't fun. And I think that was the last time we played that game. But, no, this town is the coolest. 11 Charlie, we did not clean the one-to-one Jeep because we were going to go back out again today with my brother and his kids. But we're actually going to go out tomorrow. So, no, it's not clean. I'm not going to clean it twice. We left it dirty. It's still got lots. I mean, it's the whole hood. The whole it is covered. The top of it's completely covered, light brown. The doors is where you really see the caked on mud, and on the steps, the rails on the side. So yeah, so this place is awesome. So Fenton is a cool little town, old town, lots of history, little downtown area. They've really blown it up with lots of stuff, and really cool because we grew up. There was, you know, this little shopping, restaurants, police station, mill pond, fire department, community center, these 2 churches, 3 churches, like the old big United Methodist, Presbyterian, and Episcopal. So really old churches, parking lots. So we as kids, we had small backyards, but we could just go anywhere. We could go fishing at the mill pond, literally a block over. And we could be in the 2 church parking lots were right next door to us. We could just literally go out the back gate and just play street hockey, whatever we wanted to in them. So that was awesome. Ride our bikes all over town, small town. But man, so just for in Holly, which is this next town over, they just got a off-road park. So there's all these ORV places all over Michigan where you can just go off-roading, which is super cool. East Coast, were very limited. There's a few private ones, but nothing like this. Is a state-run thing. It's like a state park, but or county park is actually what it is. And so really, really cool. We got our Michigan ORV sticker today, 25 bucks or whatever it was, and then 15 bucks for a pass to go for a day, because we're not residents. And man, they're everywhere in Michigan. Just like GMRC saying, especially if you go up north, there's a ton. Down here, kind of by the city, there's still quite a few. There's another one about an hour and a half away from here that's a private one, but it looks super awesome, like 330 acres of just nuts, insane fun. Probably not going to make that one. We're not doing anything too outrageous right now. Is that a black widow? That's a black widow. Right in, yeah. Get in here nice and close. Where you going, Mr. Black Widow? Show the red. Where's my light? There he is. You beast. Oh, where'd he go? Well, that's not good. And he's gone. Well, if you guys don't see me at Axialfest, you know why. You know why. I saw there's a couple questions that popped up that I missed. I gotta reset everything. He's camera shy, yeah. What's the best day to go to Axialfest? I'm going the 15th because it starts early, the 16th. They got events 3 days, so 16, 17, what is it? Shoot. Somebody give me the dates of it. I think it's the 16th through the 9th, like the 18th. You leave on the 19th, I think is how we're set up. So we're arriving on the 15th. I'm trying to look at my calendar on my watch here. So today's the 12th. Wednesday's the 15th. So yeah, the 16th is when it starts. So we're getting there on the 15th. We're going to set up camp and get everything out of it. I mean, we're traveling. If you guys saw my, what are they? They're the stories on like Instagram and Facebook. You saw what I did to my mom's dining room. All that stuff gets packed into the Jeep and gets towed. So when we get there, it's all got to come out of the Jeep so we can drive the Jeep, and we got to find out where I'm going to put it to store it all away. So that's going to be interesting because I actually have big boxes of stuff in the garage too that has all the vehicles stowed in it. It's a big plastic container. I don't have the Raminator. Here's what I have. It's Axialfest, so it's mainly Axial stuff. I have an SMT10 with mud truck tires ready to go, Bog Hog body, which if you guys didn't see Bog Hog at the Bloomsburg or whatever the thing is in Pennsylvania, the big mud thing that they did. Awesome video stuff that he put up there. There's no place to put the radiator, it would stink, whatever. And yeah, we'd have to tow it behind, just like on the Jeep. We'd have to tow it behind the Jeep on the ground, four down towing. So yeah, so we're gonna roll in, but I've got my SCX10iii, I've got my SCX10 original, I've got that funky Jeep Unimog. It's not the Unimog, it's the, what is the funky Jeep one that they came out with, Axial had. I painted it gray, angry gorilla graphics, whatever, on the side of it. I can't think of what it's called. It's like that concept vehicle. Have that with me. I've got the Rock Bouncer green. Yeah, the Jeep Mighty FC. Thank you. Man, you guys, I need like brain charges because I've been just going on no sleep. So thank you. And I've got the Bomber 2. So I got the 2 Rock Bouncers, the Bomber, and then the Modified. I don't know if they'll let me run it because like the only thing Axial on it is it's Axial based. So they're like Boom Racing AR60s. It's running an Axial an Axial Wraith skid plate, and then it's got a custom built chassis and all custom everything. See you later, Daniel, and thanks for the super chat, RC Voodoo. Before you go, man, thank you. Pilot Ryan says it's 2.5 hours away for him for Axialfest. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's about 15 for me. 15 or so for me. But that's why we were coming up here anyway. We were going to drive home, and then I was going to drive out to it by myself. But it was way easier to get it all hooked up so we could just tow our way in. So that's what we did. Last minute got a campsite, which luckily they were building onto the campgrounds, and they just finished the extra site, so they were able to get us one. Otherwise, I mean, we'd have been able to stay in. They've got that whole lot where anybody can stay. That'd have been fine. Bars and Tones, Silver Lake Sand Dunes are a lot of fun up there. Yeah, man. I love going up north. My kids haven't been there. We need to come back when we can. Because when we come, we like try and see all of our family. And my wife's family's here. Her brother, my mom's here. My brother's here. Oh, I see that little dirty thing back there. That Black Widow. Okay. Keep my eye on. So, JP Slayer, I'll go live sometimes from up there. We'll figure some stuff out. I'm going to be recording as well. I got my good camera rig with me. I've got my GoPro with me. I've actually got 2 good cameras with me. I've actually got my podcast stuff with me. I was hoping maybe to record a podcast or 2 with some people. Just audio. I've got a whole bunch of stuff ready to rock and roll if I can get it going. I don't know what timing is going to be like. I'm also trying to kind of camp it with my family. So, yeah, there's a lot that's going to be happening. I don't know if what internet situation is going to be up there. So that'll be kind of what depends on the live. Like here, I'm having issues, and luckily I got this one going, so that's good. RC Master, we'll see ya. It is past your bedtime. Wow, it's getting late. My watch won't even work. It's been on that long for the day. I don't even know what time it is. So, yeah, so we're going to be going to that. I think I listed all the vehicles I had with me. I do have my drag car with me to meet up with JMRC. And I did bring, because we're going to be at this off-road park, I did bring my Outcast in case I wanted something to just send. So, I've got a little bit of an arsenal with me. The Capra's with me. Trying to think what's still in the mid. Oh, we got a bunch of those little Axial SCX24s, and we got which I've also painted one of those up. Anyone knows the range of the Axial SCX24? How far can you control it? That's a good question, Nav. I don't know. But yeah, I have some SCX24s with me, and we have the little Axial Yeti Junior Can-Ams. So all kinds of stuff. And we have the drone in case we can get some drone footage. I don't know what I'll have to look into the area and if there's any restrictions and all that. But drone, It looks like, you know, again, it's hard with scale on these parks, how far. Sean's RC Adventure says to the nearest garbage can is the range. That's where his went, and that was it for him, if he had one. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I don't think they go to the garbage can. I think they're awesome. They look way better in slow motion because you can see, because otherwise they look bouncy going around. But if you slow them down, it really scales out the movements that you see in them. But yeah, they're really kind of fast and twitchy in full speed. You just need the right terrain for them. But I like them. It's easy to carry for one. Easy to carry a little charger, charge them up, go for a long time. I only charged it the one time I was out at my in-laws, and that's all I needed. He uses FPV. Wow. So you're trying to go long FPV with it. That's crazy. You can swap out the system if you want, but I mean, that gets more expensive to do that. So that would be an interesting thing to find out, though. And especially with barriers. With those little controllers, I wouldn't guess it's super, super long. But, and here's the thing, Sean's RC Adventures. I've actually got stuff with me. So my bomber and my Capra, I ordered metal plating for the sides. They're just flat black, so that they won't look like everybody else's stock ones there with a stock ready to run look. And somewhere I have vinyl stickers I made for them, but I have so much crap that I don't know where those vinyl stickers are, so I'm trying to lock those down. I brought a bunch of stickers with me, so if people find me there, I have stickers. I'll try and keep some with me or in my backpack or something to hand out to people. I did grab quite a few of them out of my desk, so I'll have those for people. Unfortunately, my hats couldn't get more in before I went, or any other type of stuff to bring with me, but we do have stickers if people want them, if you find me, and just if you want to hang out and talk. So feel free to find me on the trail. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm hoping to do the rock racing. The rest of it's really kind of, they say that the rules will be explained when you get there. So I don't know what the classes are going to be for something like this. So because the other ones have limitations for the rock bouncers. Again, here's the scale dude in there. Kind of looks like me. People that showed up late. Got it looking a lot like my Jeep. Mine has my sticker and an Axial sticker, and then a skull and an Axial sticker. And it's got these little American flags on both sides, just like my real one. So, yeah, 1.9 is class 1, but this one's not brushed, so I don't know if there's going to be different rules for that. I didn't see that listed, so we'll see. We'll see what they've got. But I definitely have the one rock bouncer, which I've tried to get, or I need to get into the spec class form, I guess, where it's the brush can't be any less. It's got to be stock for the most part. Can't have more than 20 turn motor, I guess. So, or less than. All right, thank you, Javier. Hopefully you can make it next year. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Hope I can make it down to the one in Florida you guys go to. Sean's RC Adventure, I'm hoping to do one-to-one at Badlands. That's why I wanted to bring it. I was going to come back, and then I was going to drive it there so I could try and get a few days in with it. We're getting there a day early. I don't know if the courses are going to be, if it's closed down, the one-to-one because of Axialfest, or what. I don't know. So the plan was to do that, and then we just so happened to find that, oh my goodness, within 30 minutes of my mom's house, there's 2 or 3 places we can do it here in Michigan. So today finally was able to convince everybody, let's go do it, and I find out the rules and all that. Make sure we had everything we would need to qualify to go, and we easily did. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. We didn't do any of the rock crawling. There was an crazy rock pile there that you need a spotter and stuff to do, and like if you get off and tumble, you're you're rolling. So we did not do that because we had to be able to tow to get to Axialfest. We need to get to our destinations first, so we're not doing anything too crazy out on the road. So want to get in a couple more. So we did a lot of mudding and some tight spaces, put little scratches on it, and had some fun. That's what I bought it for. I didn't want to buy a new one because I wouldn't want to scratch it. Get a used one, and you know, it's got a little bit of stuff going on with it already. It's like, let's do it. But yeah, so hopefully we'll 1-to-1 there. Like I said, I'm hoping to go out 1-to-1 tomorrow evening, and we take the Jeep out again, get some more mud on the tires, find some place to wash it all off. How's it going, Innovative RC? Yeah, no sense breaking the 1-to-1. Not when I got to tow it behind me if I want to get to Axialfest. My main goal is getting to Axialfest. Once we're there, all bets are off. If we do something to it there, then we'll we'll have to figure out a way to get it back. But as long as the wheels roll, I guess we can. Yeah, getting it stuck's not a big deal. There was a couple spots where it got a little sketch, and we diff locked up and four-wheel drive, and we made it out. But yeah, the main thing would be if you dug in and stuck, because we have those steps on now for my wife and kids to get in, and those can hang. But how's it going, Earl? So yeah, I'm gonna with JMRC. First time I'm gonna see how the DR10 is doing with the new spur gear I put in that's smaller, which should make it go faster. So we'll see. I haven't run it with it yet. After I did all that mods, put in the diff fluid, I have not done any hits with it. So I may be squirrely as all get out. No promises. So yeah, so we got 2 more days here, and then we drive out. We head to Axialfest. I got to get this thing after I'm done here. I'm gonna hook up the battery to it. Try and set the endpoints for the 2 servos, the micro servos, and then the main servo, and then I'll start working on programming the ESC. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm really liking these Proline tires a lot. I'm glad I went to Riders Hobbies to get the paint. They happen to have this set there. They had a lot of Vanquish stuff. I was hoping to find some of the Method wheels there. But they didn't have any. They had quite a bit of Vanquish stuff though, which was cool to see. Like the axles and all that you could get to hop up your AR60s or your SCX10 AR44s or whatever they are. But yeah, thank you, 11 Charlie RC. Yeah, guys, hit the like button if you like the video. Let YouTube know that we like RC cars and sweating in basements with Black Widows. Hit up Josh's backpack. Josh isn't going to be there. I saw that RC, not girl, the girl on Instagram that does RC builds with her husband. Looks like they're going to be there. I'm blanking on her name and numbers that she's got. But I saw she was going to be there. I've seen a few other people that have said they're going to be there, but I don't usually know. I'm not big in the RC lady. That's it. Thank you, 11 Charlie RC. Is her name Melissa? I'm trying to remember, but I was just on her page. She had just posted earlier today that she was going. But yeah, RC lady will be there. There's going to be well, some of the people I know, like from Spectrum and that, are going to be there, but I'm not huge into the crawling game recently, so I haven't really kept up with who's going to be there and who's on this area that'll be there. So do you guys know anybody I should try and look for while I'm there? Let me know. I'd love to meet up with some different people. I just need to know who to look for. But I've been so busy with my stuff, and like you guys know, I've said I've been trying to finish up that contract that I was doing with the video stuff, which is now done. Just have to send in my final paperwork, and that's easy. I just have to hit send on that, and so I'll have a little more time, but I have not been keeping track of what's going on, and I was just barely trying to figure out what the rules were going to be for Axialfest. I had my tickets and stuff, and I was going, but I still was trying to figure out the rules and what I was going to need to do to my vehicles to be ready. And like I said, that now I'm going to be the third motor into the bomber. I did run it with that 15.2.3 slot Reedy motor, and it's nice. Most likely John Holmes is going to be there. Yeah, so I think Proline, there's going to be some different people represented there. Be cool to do a little podcast with him if he is there. I'll have to reach out to him and see. I know like Scale Builders Guild and Harley aren't able to go. Josh from Harley Designs. Those are the crawlers I do watch a lot of. And Exo Cage, but I haven't heard that he's going. I was watching a lot of his because of the bomber stuff he had. But yeah, so I got a 20 turn. I just went with an Axial motor because that's Axialfest. Got a 20 turn. That should put me in their spec class for that. And I'm just looking to have a good time. I can't get my Reefs sway bars dialed in yet. I was looking at it run on the rocks. So my dad used to have a pond that my mom filled in when he passed away. She just didn't want to maintain the filter and all that. He'd kind of turned it into a little sitting pool pond kind of thing. He used the ledges that were for like plants and all that. He redid the liner, cleaned it all out, chlorinated it, made it a cool sitting pond, which was basically almost a jacuzzi in the summer because it's small enough that it'd heat up real quick and it'd be nice to sit in at night. But anyway, that said, she filled it in. All the rocks are stacked where the waterfall stuff was, and it's just a really cool crawling area to play around with this. So once I get this thing working tomorrow, I'm going to take it out there, test it out, and see how it's doing. I tested the bomber there. It was a lot of fun with that 15 turn. I'll probably put it back in after this. Although I'm kind of torn because the 20 turn you can run 3S with, 15 turn, you know, you don't really want to be doing 3S. It's rated for 2S. And so they probably would put out about the same amount of speed. So yeah, we'll see. I might just keep the 20 in and run it on 3S. Because I bought a 3S battery for it that fits in it perfectly. So, and it's the Spectrum Smart and all that. So I probably will do 3S with a 20 turn. But yeah. So what are you guys doing tonight? Sunday evening? Everyone getting ready for work again? Or did everybody work today? I know I got to get back to work in the morning. And then that way I can be done in the afternoon to go do some crawling. Gonna have to work through lunch and all that to hopefully I can be done by 4. Earl says he's gonna be doing repairs on the RC, or he is doing repairs on the RC that broke. Are you talking about the infraction that exploded on you? 11 Charlie's watching TV with the wife. GMRC doing a video. What's the video on? After this, I'm going to do the tuning of this, and I'm hoping to edit that, the off-road video to upload tonight. Got a little bit of GoPro footage out the window. And I was worried about it being a manual on the trail because the trailing I'd done before had been automatic, and nah, it was awesome. Working on the Axial 6x6. Man, Tony, I was looking for one of those to take with me, but I didn't get one in time. Pilot Ryan says he built a new ramp, beefier for the big heavies and the 8S Outcast coming. Yeah, man. There you go. He broke gears on today's test. Man, you are just destroying that thing. Oval racing. Oval racing video. Okay. Very cool. I'm impressed with the hobby shops here. So Riders moved from where I remember it being. I remember it being down like Saginaw or whatever street in like downtown Flint, across the tracks and across from the Michigan School for the Deaf, I think. Now it's like in where the mall and that is, off of Linden Road. And they had a pretty good supply of stuff. Thank you, Yo1, for the donation. So yeah, okay, cleaning the house, the wife and kids are due back around 2 a.m. Wow, boys' weekend in the house. There you go. Got to clean it all up. Yeah, so they had just a ton of parts, and they actually put it out there so people could pick through it, which I haven't seen very often. A lot of times, those parts that are easily pocketable are behind the counter or the area, and you just have to tell them what you need, and they grab it for you. Here, man, they had like those triple sliders where you'd slide the different racks, and there's one more behind it. They had tons of stuff: Armatraxis, Axial, tire racks, bodies stacked up. You know, they had the really expensive stuff like the Vanquish and that behind the counter. But yeah, they had a lot, and they had a couple Mojaves in stock, a Limitless. They had some stock in. Same with Larry's Performance. They had a couple of the, I think they had 2 of the ready-to-run SCX10iiis. I almost went back for one when I wasn't sure if I was going to finish this in time. And if there's going to be rules, I said I had to have a brushed whatever for the class I wanted to run in. I was like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to get one that's set up how they want it to be and stick my body on it that I painted. But yeah, Larry's Performance was very impressive. They had 2 tracks, like an indoor off-road carpet, and then the like on-road carpet. And they also tear that down. That's where they do the monster truck racing and stuff like that. Sean's RC Adventures. The water tower, funny enough, is on the way to the off-road park. I have a picture of it on this phone that is there. It's the water system. So we're not drinking the water here. I'm drinking Vernors, my man. Don't get Vernors in Virginia, so I'm drinking as much of it as I can here. You liking the Root Style garage tonight, Yo1? This is Root Style 1860s cellar basement is what you get. I mean, I'm sticking my head up where it fits between these. There's a light bulb right there or something between these rafters because it's really also very short. And there used to be a stool to sit on, which should have put me down better, but I can't find it, so I'm having to stand with my head, trying not to hit the nails that are poking through. So, risking life and limb for you guys. And there's a Black Widow down here, which we showed earlier. So, yeah. I don't have much other than that, guys. That's where I'm at. I did order a Creighton EXB. I haven't ordered the Outcast yet. I really want to. I really want to. But it's a lot of money right now. And this trip is really expensive to get to Axialfest. So, and camping and the gas with the big RV is super expensive. And then I had to get a tow package to get the Jeep up, so we'd have a vehicle to get around. So I could have drove my minivan here and back and then there and back, but that would have been expensive too. 2 trips to, the Midwest from Virginia Beach. So anyway, either way, it's expensive, and I just bought I've wanted a 6S Creighton. I always say I want to get one, and then the money goes to whatever the next new thing is, because it's kind of been around for a while. But this is like game changing. I still need to get the electronics for it. And I'm probably going to do the Spectrum 6S setup that they've got. It's probably what I'm going to stick into it. I've been looking at that. It's smart. I really like the smart stuff. I've got smart batteries now. I think I'm going to roll with that setup. Unless I find something from Castle that's available and working for me. I don't do a whole lot of hobbying stuff. I'll have to figure that out if I want to figure out their systems as well. But I do the bigger Castle systems in my what did I do it in? The ZRD, the Freestyle RC ZRD, and it's awesome. So yeah, 11 Charlie, yeah, the Creighton EXB. So I did that one because I wanted one, and I have so many big ones right now that I can't really fit them everywhere. And you know, I like the big ones, but they're not as easy to just grab and run. There's something awesome about it, but you know, when I go for the big one, you guys know which big one I go for, right? The Raminator. Right now, 9 times out of 10, I grab the Raminator when I want to go out there and run something big. After that, I've been running the Creighton 8S. So I think I would actually like the Outcast 8S more than the Creighton 8S. But I don't know. I keep hearing that I'm going to like the Creighton 6S more than I like the Outcast 6S because it's a little bit more stable in the air. But then you flip that around, I think, for the bigger ones where the Creighton 8S is almost too stable in the air, and you want to have a little bit more craziness with the Creighton shorter wheelbase. I don't know. It looks amazing to me. So maybe I'll sell the Creighton 8S to get it. I don't know. I really like my Creighton 8S, so I don't know that I want to do that. It's really grown on me. I mean, I liked it from the get-go, but it's really grown on me since I put in that backyard track. It's awesome. Go with Tekin. Yeah, I'm looking at the Smart Bundle. Yeah, Pilot Ryan, that's exactly what I'm looking at. 150 amp, 2050. Yep. Old Roots BLX and 2050 kV. Yeah, that's pretty much the setup. But I'll do the Spectrum so I can get the Smart Tech with my DX5C, or not C, my DX5 Rugged. What about the other rig? Any updates on it? Which one, Sean's RC? Which other rig? Thank you, RC3D and Teak. Candy Apple Red, I mean, dang, yeah. It's so beautiful. How's it going, Riff Raffs RC? For those of you coming in late, here's what we started talking about. I'm in the cellar at my mom's. Look at that thing droop. You saw it sitting on the bench. When it sits on, it really soaks up that suspension a lot. I just posted some pictures to Instagram. You can see the little driver dude kind of resembles me a little bit. Tried to make him resemble me. I tried to do the hat, but it's really just like squiggle marks because I couldn't get the detail. Really fun build. Really fun. It's running the Axe 2700 kV, which is a 550 motor, which added a few problems. Had to cut out some of the mounts for like the fake motor and all that. Not a big deal. It's still left enough to thread it in and cover it up. But other 550s fit in there, so it's just, it must be a little bit, the cases on those are awesome looking for one. The testing one, oh, that one. Yeah, still testing it. Nice try though. Nice try, get me talking. No, it should be soon on that one. Soon, soon, soon. That's all I can say though. What's other good news in RC world? I've been so busy building and watching videos, live videos, I haven't kept up with the news. I got the regulator chassis. Looks good white. I dig it. You know, Jeeps like this, I mean, it's my favorite style, which is why I was so happy I finally found one. Yeah, someone needs to do an RC conspiracy about the RC conspiracy on this next one. Love how those clip on as well. Fits on there real nice, the body. Am I gonna get the new ARM Outcast? Not yet. Not yet. I haven't ordered it yet. It's available for pre-order. I pre-ordered the EXB after I saw what the other one was. I saw the other thing that Jason was worried, so I waited to order it. And I just realized I've wanted the 6S for so long that this iteration of it is really the one that I would want, because of the way I like to beat stuff up. And I have so many big cars right now that I don't know what to do with another one, where to put it. My garage is where I keep all the big ones, and so right now I have the Primal, I have a 5T, I have a Baja Sprint car 5th scale, I have the Sen Reaper American Force, I have the Creighton 8S, and I have the I said the Primal FC already, the Raminator, the Low C DBXLE, all of those in my garage right now. So I don't know where I would physically put another one. That's what it really runs into, as well as having tools and other things that I need to have out there, and the racks of the regular cars, which I can store easier upright and on shelves. You need a lot of space to store the big ones, or wall space, and my garage doesn't have great wall space usage. The one spot we do have it is used for paint for the house, refrigerator, like a second refrigerator, cleaning supplies, pantry type stuff, and that. So yeah. And I have if I get rid of a TV there, I have in there, I probably could, but I like having it there for working out there. But I've pretty much used up most of the space, storing controllers, all that kind of stuff. Earl, we talked about making it kind of a barn. Yeah. You made yourself a deal. Unless they come out with a 6x6 kit, you're going to finish the projects you have. Okay. You know, CrossRC makes a 6x6 kit. You should get that. It's amazing. You should build it for me, because you do awesome builds. So, and I also, you know, I've gotten to the point where I feel like I've been run by the new RCs that are coming out, like they're running what I do, and I don't want that to be the case. I kind of want to do what I want to do, and if what's new fits into the things that I want to do, then, you know, I'll get it. But you know, you can't keep chasing this, and I don't want to encourage other people to be in this chase to always have the newest thing. It's unrealistic expectation to get every single new RC that comes out, because believe it or not, guys, the $800 into this thing or more comes out of my pocket. So, you know, there's not a free piece on this thing, and not a single free item on this. And that's a lot of things. EXP paid for that, and that's okay. That's, you know, that's the way I like it to be too. So it's good. But I'm kind of chasing it and chasing this. Oh, it'll pay for itself, whatever. But then you're just running this race to make it pay off, first of all, instead of doing what you want to do. And so, I think the Outcast is going to be awesome for a lot of people. You know, I've got the 5th scale stuff I need for now, and so it doesn't fill a void that I have currently. And if it offered something completely new to me that I couldn't almost kind of do with the other ones, then yeah, maybe. But yeah, you know, it might be one of those things where I do trade out the Creighton 8S, because it and the DBXLE are kind of close. And maybe I'd rather do the 8S Outcast if I can find somebody that wants to buy my Creighton 8S. Maybe I would. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, we keep teaching ourselves that we have to have the newest, the latest, and the greatest. But it doesn't make you enjoy RC anymore. So that's what it really comes down to. In fact, you enjoy the RCs that you've loved for so long less, because you're chasing down all these other things, which are okay, but they're not as good as the ones that you used to use all the time and really made you fall in love with the hobby. And so you just got to kind of, you know, perspective. I think this is really going to make me want to do this more often. You know, I think you're going to see me wanting to hit the trail with these trucks more often after Axialfest. Not worry about spending more time just doing little upgrades to this than buying all new stuff all the time. So we'll see. That was kind of a little rant. Maybe me talking myself into not buying the 8S because I really do want to. But I just know that it doesn't make financial smart sense for me right now to do that. It's because I still have to buy the servo, motor, ESC, receiver, all that for the EXP. So, yeah. I got a lot of fun toys. Got a lot of them already. And just having more of them doesn't make it more fun. And I'm not good at getting rid of them, so that's the other problem I have. Some people are real good at getting rid of stuff, but so many of them I'm attached to, like my monster trucks, that I just don't. But a lot of those could just use more time and attention and running, honestly. So CCxRC still driving that CX10iii. You know, I would if it turned better. And I've been looking for the SSD steering mod, and I can't find it. Innovative RC so they could convert the Creighton to an 8S Outcast if I want more air control. That's totally an option. I could, for less money, I could, all things else pretty much the same, buy the M2C chassis, make mine the shorter one, the Creighton, and then buy the body, the Outcast body for it, right? Pretty much. And have a shorter wheelbase. So it would work. Somebody, hey, RC Basher Boy just joined in. Welcome. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. There are new things like the Tenacity DB Pro came out. That's an awesome car. The Low C10 DB Pro. Love that thing. The Mad Van, that's different. It's a monster truck too. Monster trucks, you have a really hard time. Like, I will buy the Low C one when that comes out. When they release the solid axle monster, anybody pretty much, if they release a solid axle monster truck, you know I'm going to be buying it and testing it. That's the other thing is, so outside of the mainstream stuff that you guys see come out, the J Concepts regulator chassis, I just bought that. That's about $300 for a chassis kit and behind axle steering for a Clodbuster. That's about it shipped with, because you buy them separate, you buy the chassis and then you buy the behind axle steering. Shipping is about $300. So that was another thing that I just bought this week while I'm here. So that, the EXP. So I definitely am still putting in, but you'll definitely always see me putting in more towards the monster trucks and the new stuff coming out there, especially the ones that might be used for racing and testing that. So, yeah. But the rest of it, I've got a lot of good bashers right now. I need to fix some of them up and sell them. I think I'm done with the Traxxas Max. I've had a ton of fun with it, but I never reach for it. So I got some parts from JMRC's in because I have a cracked chassis and diff case harness thing or whatever that I need to fix, and some new drive shafts and all that. I'll get it all cleaned up. Body comes as is, destroyed. But I'll probably be getting rid of the Max. Just because I reach for the Outcast, I reach for the Creighton 4S, the Tenacity, that kind of stuff these days. All right. Anything else? I've been going for 74. I got some work to do here on this truck. I'm probably going to wrap it, guys. That is the look. Here, give you one more last look for anybody new. Here. Whoa, we are close. There it is. At my Verners, which I've now just about finished. The BF Goodrich Pro Line tires. The Axial, or not the Axial, the Axe system by Hobby Wing. Spectrum SR6100 AT 6-channel receiver. The little Spectrum, there's 2 of these Spectrum servos in here to do this stuff. And then we've got the 2700 Hobby Wing Axe crawler motor under there, which is a 550 can. And then the Reef's 555 over there. But yes, it's made to look like my 1-to-1 as close as I could get it, even though this is the JL series and mine is the JK. They're both the unlimited, but it does have different things that have been added to it. Different front end even a little bit. The grill's done a little different. But yeah, I'm digging it. Very popular style as well with the white black. And it's the style that I like, which is why I got my first SCX10, the CRC version, which is with me. So I'm going to have this one, my SCX24, and the SCX10-1. So the 3 white and black Jeeps and my actual 1-to-1 at the event. So should be pretty cool. So the only thing is, mine is white right here currently, but I ordered a black grill for my 1-to-1. And so I'll have to change this out later. But I'll probably just do a mask. Sticker mask, something like that. Anyway, alrighty guys, thanks for tuning in as always. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Hope you had fun RCing. Be sure to look for the crawling video of the 1-to-1, hopefully hitting by 1 or 2 a.m. tonight, and we will see you all later. And there will be lots of Axialfest updates, Swampers RC. You better bet it. Bet yourself. I'll probably be doing a lot of live ones to pop in and just show you guys, because I don't know how much time I have at night to edit. I might just do one big edit video at the very end that will come out a couple days later. So they'll probably be live from the event, short snippet things, and then short videos, and then a long event video after. So be looking out for that very soon, guys. We'll catch you later.